Hello, this is the 56th issue of Catch of the Day, available on the Branch Talk YouTube channel. We're going to continue with the reading of Doug Mitchell's book, The 3 Decrees to Build the Second Antitypical Temple and Building the Tabernacle in the Wilderness. At the top of page 7, quoting, Judgment of the Living, Revelation 18:1, is obviously then yet future. Track 3, 43. 53 edition. Brackets added. We have come almost to the time of the harvest. Revelation 18:1. 1 TG 21:19. Brackets added. The 11th hour message is none other than Revelation 18. The loud cry of the third angel, second shepherd's rod, 2:30, 2:31. Pre-11th hour extra, title cover, tract 1. This message to the church, you plainly see, is to prepare her members for the judgment before the great and dreadful day of the Lord begins. Malachi 4, verse 5, 1 TG 5:7. Harvest is the purification. Jezreel Letter 3. Revival and Reformation is purifying time. Tract 7, 76. As the purpose of the rod message was to prepare the people for the sudden coming of the Lord to his temple, where he is to sit as a refiner and purifier of the sons of Levi, the ministry, thus reforming them, then the actual reformation of 9T 126 could not begin until after the message of the covenant had prepared the way for that purifying reformation, Malachi 3, 1-3, which Brother Hardoff equated to his work. The rod message had to prepare the way before the Lord could perform the purifying work. That is, the purifying and the work of reform go hand in hand. Moreover, as the 144,000 are the first increment of the harvest, White House Recruiter 33, they cannot be a part of the reformation of 9T 126 unless the harvest, Revelation 18:1, is ongoing at the time that prerequisite movement is underway. That the 3 decrees to build the temple are made under the judgment of the living, which was future from both Ellen White's and Brother Hardoff's time, as we have seen, can be understood from the fact that another portrayal of those 3 decrees is revealed in Isaiah 52, 1 and 2. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Page number 8. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. Isaiah 52, 1 and 2. There we find 2 calls to awake, etc., and 1 more to shake thyself from the dust, etc. A total of 3 calls, decrees, for the people to become the living temple of God. Who is to make those calls and when? The announcement of the separation of the saints from the sinners originates with the 11th hour servants. They are to cry aloud and say, Awake, awake, Isaiah 52, 1. 2 TG 43:11. While Brother Hardif's message was to bring forth those who would be the servants in the 11th hour, he was not called to announce that they were then in the actual work of the 11th hour. This is clearly seen from the fact that he titled his tract 1 Pre-11th Hour Extra. There is a difference between the call to those standing idle in the marketplace and them actually going to do the work in the field. He also says the following concerning the time when that call to awake is to be made. At the time this awakening call, Isaiah 52:1, goes forth throughout the land, inspiration announces that the harvest time has arrived for the angels to put out and to keep out of Zion and Jerusalem the uncircumcised and the unclean. A work which inspiration variously entitles 1. Cleansing of the sanctuary, Daniel 8:14. 2. Purify the sons of Levi, Malachi 3:1-3. 3. Purification of the church, Testimonies Volume 5, page 80. 4. Judgment in the house of God, 1 Peter 4:17. 5. Harvest, Matthew 13:30. Casting out of the bad fish from among the good fish, Matthew 13:47-48. Separating the sheep from the goats, the judgment for the living. The sinners, we know, have always been and are still among God's people. That the fulfillment of this scripture, therefore, is in the very near future, is shown from the fact that the truth of this chapter is now unsealed and carried to the church, endeavoring to awaken the people of God and to impress them with the fact that soon the harvest will commence. 1 TG 38, 21-22, 1947. Take care.